Standard 7th, Subject Maths, Chapter 5, Operations on Rational Numbers, Practice Set 22. Today you're going to learn what are rational numbers. Let's learn. In previous standards, we have learned that the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are called natural numbers. So you already know what are natural numbers. We know that natural numbers 0 and the opposite numbers of natural numbers together form the group of integers. You have learned it in this standard. In the previous chapters, what are integers? Okay, the positive, negative numbers and 0 together form a group of integers. We are also familiar with fractions like 7 upon 11, 2 upon 5, 1 upon 7. So is there then a group that includes both integers and fractions? Let's see. 4 means 12 upon 3, right? You can write 4 as 12 upon 3 or 12 upon 3 can be written as 4 because they are equal. You can solve 3 4s are 12 and answer is 4. Similarly, 7 is equal to 7 upon 1, minus 3 is equal to minus 3 upon 1, 0 is equal to 0 upon 2. Thus, we also know that all integers can be written in the form m upon n. If m is any integer and n is any non-zero integer, then the number m upon n is called a rational number. This group of rational numbers includes all types of numbers mentioned before. Means rational numbers include all these natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, fractions. Okay. So look at the second table. Complete the table given below. You're given some numbers, some integers, fractions. Okay. And some are rational. So you have to say whether they are natural numbers, integers or rational numbers. So for completing this table, you're going to understand exactly what are rational numbers. Let's do it. Minus 3. Minus 3 is not a natural number. It is an integer and it is also a rational number. Minus 3 upon 1 you can write it. 3 upon 5 is a natural number? No, it's a fraction. It's an integer? No. Is it a rational number? Yes. Minus 17. Not a natural number. Integer? Yes. Rational number? Yes. Minus 17 upon 1. Minus 5 upon 11. Is it a natural number? Yes. Integer? Sorry, minus 5 upon 11 is not a natural number. Is it an integer? No. Is it a rational number? Yes. So negative fraction is also called as a rational number. It comes under rational numbers. 5. It is a natural number. It is an integer and it is also a rational number. So by now you have understood what are rational numbers. Okay, it includes all sets of the numbers which you have learned already. So now that you know what are rational numbers, let us see how we can operate rational numbers. Operations on the rational numbers. Rational numbers are written like fractions using a numerator and a denominator. That is why operations on rational numbers are carried out as on fractions. So as you operate your fractions so far, same way you're going to operate rational numbers as well. The only difference is there, like multiplication and division, you will have negative fractions. That's the only difference. Rest all the steps are same. Some examples are given here. Let's have a look at them. 5 upon 7 plus 9 upon 11. Now, in addition or subtraction of fractions, we have to equalize the denominator first. And then only we can add the numerators, taking the common denominator down. So, 7 and 11, we know the LCM will be 77, least common multiple. So, we multiply 5 upon 7 by 11 and 9 upon 11 by 7. You get 5 11s are 55 and 9 7s are 63 in the numerator. So 55 plus 63 upon common denominator 77 is equal to 118 upon 77 is your final answer. So same like fractions, you're going to follow steps, equalize denominators and add the numerators that you get. Second sum, 1 upon 7 minus 3 upon 4. Again here we need to equalize denominators. So remember, for addition and subtraction of rational numbers, we have to equalize denominators. So 1 upon 7 we multiply by 4 and 3 upon 4 we multiply by 7. You get 4 minus 21 upon 28, which is equal to minus 17 upon 28. So that's how you are going to solve addition and subtraction of rational numbers. Third example is of a mixed number. Whenever you have a mixed number to add, first convert it into improper fraction. And how to do that you already know. 2 into 7, 14 plus 1, 15. 15 upon the denominator 7 plus 3 into 14 plus 8, 50 upon denominator 14. Now we have to equalize denominator. 7 twos are 14 we can do. So 15 twos are becomes 30. 30 plus 50, 80 upon 14 is equal to 40 upon 7 is the final answer. Reduce it finally. Fourth sum is multiplication of rational numbers. The example shows multiplication. In multiplication, we multiply the numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So 9 fours are 36, 13 sevens are 91 is your answer, 36 upon 91. Fifth example, 3 upon 5 into minus 4 upon 5. Now your minuses come. So what rules do we follow? Same of multiplication. Plus into minus, answer will be minus. And 4 threes are 12, 5 fives are 25. Minus 12 upon 25 is your final answer. So it's very simple. It's something that you already know. Okay, sixth sum, 9 upon 13 into 26 upon 3. Again multiplication. Now before multiplying numerators and denominators, see if you can reduce. Yes, 13 ones are 13, 13 twos are 26, 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So wherever possible you reduce the fraction and then multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator, and you get answer 6 upon 1. So these steps are already known to you, just we have revised it so that you can solve your operations on rational numbers. Now we need to know how to divide rational numbers. So let's have a look. Let's recall. To divide one number by another is to do what? Is to multiply the first by the multiplicative inverse of the other. That's why we were learning about multiplicative inverse. So let's see what are multiplicative inverse if it's a negative fraction. So we have seen that 5 upon 6 and 6 upon 5, 2 upon 11 and 11 upon 2 are pairs of multiplicative inverses. Similarly, minus 5 upon 4 into minus 4 upon 5 is equal to 1. 5 ones are 5 gets cancelled, 4 ones are 4 and minus minus becomes plus. Similarly, minus 7 upon 2 into minus 2 upon 7 is also equal to 1. So what does this tell us? Thus, minus 5 upon 4 and minus 4 upon 5 as also minus 7 upon 2 and minus 2 upon 7 are pairs of multiplicative inverses. Okay. That is minus 5 upon 4 and minus 4 upon 5 are each other's multiplicative inverse. You will see that when writing multiplicative inverse of minus 5 upon 4, we have not written it as 4 upon minus 5. Remember, minus sign remains in numerator in fractions. So minus sign remains as it is. Only 5 goes in denominator and 4 becomes in numerator while writing the inverse. So numbers become inverse, sign remains in numerator. Alright. So this point you have to keep in mind while writing multiplicative inverse. This will be used to solve division sums. Alright. So now let us move on to practice set 22. First question. Carry out the following additions of rational numbers. Let's do them. 5 upon 36 plus 6 upon 42. Now, when adding rational numbers, we have to equalize denominators first. To equalize denominators, we have to find LCM, least common multiple of 36 and 42. Okay, so at first we will calculate the LCM of 36 and 42. The prime factorization is 36 and 42. 36 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. 42 is equal to 2 into 3 into 7. And the LCM will be common into uncommon factors, which is 252. I will show you the rough work here. Only for this sum, rest all sums LCM, that is if you want to equalize denominators and find LCM, you will have to do LCM in your rough work. So 36, 42 we take, divide by 2, since they are divisible by 2, 2 18s are 36, 2 21s are 42. Then 18 and 21 are divisible by 3, 3 6 are 18, 3 7s are 21. 6 and 7 are not divisible by any common factor. So we will take 6 now, only 6. 2 3s are 6, 7 comes down as it is. 3 1s are 3 and 7 1s are 7. So on left hand side in green color we have got all the common and uncommon factors. When we multiply them we get the LCM. So 5 upon 36 plus 6 upon 42, the common denominator will be 252. Now we know that 252 will be the common denominator, but 36 into which number will give you 252? There are two ways to find out. One, you divide 252 by 36 and find out the quotient. That quotient will tell you what to multiply with 36 to get 252. Or look at the green working, and in that left hand side factors which are there, you start multiplying them till you reach number 36. 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 3s are 36. What is left is 7. So 36 into 7 will give you 252. So you can take for first fraction 5 upon 36 into 7 into 7. Okay. Similarly, again look at the green column. For 42, we want 42. So I will start multiplying the factors which are in the left side from down now. 7 3s are 21. 21 2s are 42. I got 42. The remaining two factors, 2 into 3 is 6. That means 42 into 6 will give me 252. So I take 6 upon 42 into 6 into 6. Because 42 into 6 is 252. If you are not able to identify in this way, you can divide and check. 252 divided by 36 will be 7. 252 divided by 42 will be 6. So those numbers you can take to multiply. Now, after multiplying numerator and denominator of both the fractions, you get 35 upon 252 plus 36 upon 252 is equal to 35 plus 36 upon 252 is equal to 71 upon 252. So 71 upon 252 is your final answer. You first equalized denominator and then you added the numerators upon the common denominator. Okay, so this way we have finished the first sum. Let's move on to second. Now you see a mixed number here. 1 2 upon 3 plus 2 4 upon 5. So convert it into an improper fraction. 1 into 3 is 3 plus 2, 5. 5 upon 3 plus 2 into 5 is 10. 10 plus 4, 14 upon 5. Now, improper fractions are written down. We will have to find the common denominator to both. So, 3 5s is 15. That means the LCM is 15. 5 upon 3 multiplied by 5 plus 14 upon 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to 25 upon 15 plus 42 upon 15 is equal to, now add the numerators, you get 67 upon common denominator 15. Okay, you can leave your answer as 67 upon 15 or you can divide and find the mixed number back. 4 7 upon 15 is the final answer. Third sum, 11 upon 17 plus 13 upon 19. Now 17 and 19 both are prime numbers, so you will have to multiply them by each other so that you get the common denominator. So LCM of 17 and 19 is 323. 11 upon 17 plus 13 upon 19 we multiply is equal to 11 upon 17 into 19 plus 13 upon 19 into 1717 is equal to 209 upon 323 plus 221 upon 323. Add the numerators and denominator, keep the same. So 209 plus 221, we got 430 upon 323. This is not further divisible, so this is our final answer. Fourth sum, 2 3 upon 11 plus 1 3 upon 77. Convert into improper fraction first. 2 into 11 is 22 plus 3, 25 upon 11 plus 77 into 1 plus 3 is 80 upon 77. 11 and 77 are denominators which we want to make equal. We know that 11 sevens are 77. That means the LCM of 11 and 77 is 77. So 25 upon 11 plus 80 upon 77 is equal to, we multiply 25 upon 11 by 7 plus 80 upon 77 into 1. We need not multiply further because we want the same denominator, is equal to 175 upon 77 plus 80 upon 77 is equal to, add the numerators, 175 plus 80 is 255 upon 77. Convert it into an improper fraction, you get, when you divide 255 by 77, your quotient is 3 and remainder is 24. So you can write it as mixed number 324 upon 77. Okay. So this way we have finished first 4 sums based on addition of rational numbers. Now let's move on to question number 2. Carry out the following subtractions involving rational numbers. Okay, let's do them one by one. First, 7 upon 11 minus 3 upon 7. Now we know that LCM of 11 and 7 is 77. So we multiply accordingly. 7 upon 11 multiply by 7 in numerator and denominator both. Minus 3 upon 7 multiply by 11 in numerator and denominator both is equal to 49 upon 77 minus 33 upon 77. Subtract the numerators now. 49 minus 33 gives you 16 upon 77. That's your final answer. You cannot reduce it further. Second sum, 13 upon 36 minus 2 upon 40. Now LCM of 36 and 40 you have to find out, which is 360. Now 36 tens are 360 and 4 nines are 36, means 40 nines are 360. So this way we can take the proper numbers to multiply. 13 upon 36 is multiplied by 10 in numerator and denominator. Minus 2 upon 40 is multiplied by 9 in numerator and denominator each. So you get 130 upon 360 minus 18 upon 360. Now subtract the numerators with this, since the denominators are equal. 130 minus 18 gives you 112 upon 360. This is equal to, now further we can reduce 112 upon 360. To directly reduce by a single number, you can find the HCF, and you know that the HCF is the highest common factor that can reduce it, which is 8. Or if you don't want to find HCF, start reducing with the help of the easiest number that you know that comes to your mind, which is a divisor of both the numbers, 2. 2 can divide 112 and 360, right? So divide by 2, then further divide again till you find the lowest form of this fraction, which is 14 upon 45. So any method which is convenient to you can be followed. Okay, but you have to reduce to the lowest form, the final answer, wherever possible. Third sum, 1 2 upon 3 minus 3 5 upon 6. 1 into 3 plus 2 upon 3 minus 3 into 6 plus 5 upon 6 is equal to 5 upon 3 minus 23 upon 6. What we did here? We converted into improper fraction first. Now 3 and 6 we want equal denominators. So keep 6 as it is. We can convert 3 into 6. How? 3 2s are 6. So only the first fraction will be multiplied by 2 now. So let's see. 5 upon 3 into 2 in numerator and denominator minus 23 upon 6 as it is. You can write into 1 or you don't write also okay. Is equal to 10 upon 6 minus 23 upon 6. Now 10 minus 23 in the numerator, denominator remains same, 6 common denominator. Now plus and minus operation minus 23 minus 10 is 13 and sign of greater number negative. So the same rules, answer will be minus 13 upon 6. You can write minus in between 13 and 6 as shown here, or you can write it in numerator but never in denominator in a fraction. Okay, a negative sign should always be either in between or in the numerator. So this way third sum is complete. Let's see the fourth one. Again a mixed number, so convert it into improper fraction. 4 2s are 8 plus 1 9, 9 upon 2 minus 3 3s are 9 plus 1 10, 10 upon 3. Now 2 and 3 are our denominators. Very easy, just cross multiply. 9 upon 2 into 3 minus 10 upon 3 into 2 is equal to 27 upon 6 minus 20 upon 6 is equal to 27 minus 20 upon 6, which is equal to 7 upon 6. So final answer you got is 7 upon 6. So this way we have completed our subtraction sums of rational numbers, where rational numbers are involved. Now let's go to question number 3. Multiply the following rational numbers. So again we have 4 sums. Let's do them one by one. It will be just similar as multiplying fractions. Numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. 3 2s are 6, 11 5s are 55. Final answer 6 upon 55. Alright, very simple. Second sum, 12 upon 5 into 4 upon 15. 12 into 4 upon 5 into 15 is equal to 48 upon 75. Can we reduce it further? Yes, dividing by 3. Okay, so when you divide by 3, you get answer 16 upon 25. Now, previous sums in the previous practice that I have also taught you to reduce first and then multiply. That also can be done. For example, look at the question on top. You can see 12 and 15 are the numbers which are divisible by 3. So 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. And then whatever is left, multiply numerators, multiply denominators. 3 4s are 12 you got, so 4 4s are numerators become 16. And 3 5s are 15, 5 is left, so 5 into 5, 25. Directly you get 16 upon 25. So if you find reducing easy first and then multiplying, you can do that way. Okay, both methods are allowed. First division, then multiplication, or first multiplication and then reduction. Okay, so see that if you are multiplying first, don't forget to reduce the number wherever possible. Third sum, minus 8 upon 9 into 3 upon 4. If you want to reduce first, what you will do? 4 2s are 8, correct? And 3 3s are 9. And directly you will get your answer minus 2 upon 3. But if you are multiplying first, what do you get? Minus 8 into 3 is minus 24. 9 into 4 is 36. Both are divisible by 12. 12 2s are 24. 12 3s are 36. Minus 2 upon 3 is your answer. How you know they are divisible by 12? Because HCF of 24 and 36, that is highest common factor is 12. Or you can start dividing by any number like it comes to your mind. In table of 4 also we get 24 and 36. Yes, you can divide by 4. Later you can again divide by 3 till you get the final answer minus 2 upon 3. So there are multiple ways of solving the fractions, multiplication of rational numbers. You can solve in multiple ways. Whichever method is applicable to you or convenient to you, you can use. But final answer should be correct. Okay. So let's see fourth sum now. 0 upon 6 into 3 upon 4. Numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. 0 into 3 is 3. 6 into 4 is 24. 0 into 3 is 0, not 3. So 0 upon 24, you get final answer 0. Alright. So this way we have finished solving 4 sums based on multiplication of rational numbers. Again, I repeat, you can first reduce and then multiply wherever possible. Okay. Now let's go to question number 4. Write the multiplicative inverse of the given numbers. So when you're writing multiplicative inverse, you remember to keep the negative sign in the numerator only if there is a negative sign. So multiplicative inverse of 2 upon 5 will be 5 upon 2. Minus 3 upon 8, minus 8 upon 3. Minus 17 upon 39, minus 39 upon 17. 7, 1 upon 7. And now mixed number is given, minus 7, 1 upon 3. Let's have a look at the working. Convert it into an improper fraction first. 7 3s are 21, plus 1, 22. 22 upon 3 you get. Okay, and minus sign remains in numerator. So minus 22 upon 3, inverse will be minus 3 upon 22. So this way we have solved 5 sums on multiplicative inverse. Why we are studying multiplicative inverse here? Because we will need them in solving division sums of rational numbers. Okay, so let's go to question number 5. Carry out the divisions of rational numbers. You have 8 sums altogether. Let's have a look at them one by one. First sum, 40 upon 12 divided by 10 upon 4 is equal to 40 upon 12 we write as it is. You have done this earlier. Division becomes multiplication and multiplicative inverse of 10 upon 4 is 4 upon 10. Now you have to reduce. Check where you can reduce. Yes, 4 3s are 12. So 4 becomes 1, 4 1s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. Similarly, 10 1s are 10, 10 4s are 40. So what we have left in the numerator is 4 1s are 4 and 3 1s are 3. So you can show the working if you're not comfortable with direct division in your mind. Okay. You have to reduce till you get the final answer 4 upon 3. 40 into 4 you can multiply, which will give you 4 4s are 16 and 1 0 160 upon 12 10s are 120. Then cut the zeros and reduce to 4 upon 3. That is also possible. Okay. So whichever method of reduction you find easy, you can follow till you get the final answer 4 upon 3. Okay, so let's go to second sum now. Minus 10 upon 11 divided by minus 11 upon 10 is equal to minus 10 upon 11 remains as it is. Division becomes multiplication. Okay, just as in fractions, here also in rational numbers, division will become multiplication and you have to write the multiplicative inverse of the next fraction. That is minus 11 upon 10, minus sign keep in numerator. 11 upon 10 becomes 10 upon 11. Okay. Now we cannot reduce 10 by 11 here anywhere. So we multiply. Minus into minus sign becomes plus. 10 tens are 100, 11 elevens are 121. 100 upon 121 is your final answer. So the signs, when you multiply, what rule you have learned in integers applies here also. Minus into minus plus. Alright. Let's go to sum number 3. Minus 7 upon 8 divided by minus 3 upon 6 is equal to minus 7 upon 8 as it is. Division becomes multiplication. Minus sign remains in numerator. 3 upon 6 becomes 6 upon 3. Now see if you can reduce. 7 upon 8 can't reduce. But 6 and 8. See the cross numbers. 2 3s are 6. 2 4s are 8. We will say 6 upon 3 also can be reduced. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. Yes. like I mentioned earlier, there are multiple ways of solving the sums till you reach your final answer. So here it's shown division by 2 of numbers 6 and 8. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. So see the next step, you got minus 7 upon 4 into minus 3 upon 3. Now 3 1s are 3. So 7 into 1 is 7, minus into minus becomes plus, 4 into 1 is 4. So 7 upon 4 is a final answer. Whichever method of reduction you find easy, you can do that. Either multiply first, then divide, or divide first with a suitable divisor and then multiply. Okay, whatever is left, you can multiply last. Fourth sum, 2 upon 3 divided by minus 4 is equal to 2 upon 3 division becomes multiplication. Minus 4 becomes minus 1 upon 4 is equal to, now 2 2s are 4. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Can we do anything else? Reduction? No. So 2 1s are 2 we got. So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1 and 3 2s are 6. Minus 1 upon 6 is your final answer. Okay, I'm explaining the reduction here orally. You can show it in the working while you're solving your sums. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. We have already done that previously. Okay, and if you're comfortable doing in your mind, it's all the more good. You can go ahead with it till you get your final answer. Fifth sum, 2 1 upon 5 divided by 5 3 upon 6. So see, now here we have not shown the working of improper fraction. Directly answer. 2 5s are 10 plus 1 11, 11 upon 5. So certain places working will not be shown. Even if you are not showing in your steps also, it's understood that you have worked out. Certain things we need to work out in our mind. Divide by 5 3 upon 6. 5 6 are 30 plus 3 33, 33 upon 6. Now that you have converted into improper fraction, we have to convert division into multiplication. 11 upon 5 into 6 upon 33. Now after converting into multiplication doesn't mean you don't have to divide anywhere. Yes, we are dividing. Reducing is dividing. So 11 1s 11 and 11 3s are 33 is actually dividing using a suitable divisor. So we got 11 is gone completely. 11 instead of 11 1 is come. 11 1s are 11 and 11 3s are 33. So instead of 33 3 is come. So see the next step. 1 upon 5 into 6 upon 3. Can you reduce further? Yes. 3 1s are 3 and 3 2s are 6. So final answer 1 into 2 is 2 and 5 into 1 is 5. So 2 upon 5 is your final answer. Not all steps are shown here. You can definitely show the reduction using tables. Now let's move on to sixth sum. Minus 5 upon 13 divided by 7 upon 26. Minus 5 upon 13 as it is. Division becomes multiplication. And 7 upon 26 we write as 26 upon 7. Can we reduce? Yes. 13 2s are 26. So minus 5 into 2. You can write it down as a step there. Minus 5 into 2 is equal to minus 10. Final answer. Upon 13 is gone and minus comes. So 1 into 7 is 7. So minus 10 upon 7 is your final answer. You can show this way direct steps, or you can also solve the reduction part and show it as steps. So seventh sum, 9 upon 11 divided by minus 8. 9 upon 11 into minus 1 upon 8. We cannot reduce anything here. So we directly multiply numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. 9 into minus 1 is minus 9. 11 into 8 is 88. Minus 9 upon 88 is your final answer. Eighth sum, 5 divided by 2 upon 5. 5 we write as 5 upon 1 into reciprocal is 5 upon 2. 2 upon 5 reciprocal is 5 upon 2. Can we reduce? No. So 5 5s are 25, 2 1s are 2 is your final answer. 25 upon 2. So this way we have solved all 8 sums which are based on division on rational numbers. And we have also completed our practice set 22. Hope you have understood the sums. Do practice them well. So students, keep learning, stay safe, and thank you.